how's it going? Welcome to another video. This is part 2 of the masks collection that I've got. I found two of the other two masks that I was looking for. Just put that down. And I've come across some other bits. So it's going to be a mix-up between masks and a couple of sign bits. So I thought let's make a video out of it, shall we? And do a part 2. What the fuck? But yeah, a couple of fucking masks, some sign shit, and we'll talk some shit as always, shall we? I'll flip my camera around, do what I need to do, and yeah, still with the new setup, which is pretty fucking sweet, and keep adding to it. So I'll flip the camera around, talk some shit, and I'll talk some stories. I'll overlay some photos of when they got signed and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a couple of cool masks and some signed shit. If you're a fan of Scream, which I am, you'll like this one. So hell yeah, right, cool. Let me flip this over and we'll come up with something, shall we? Sweet. Let's see on the flip. Alright, then here we go, meows. I'm going to start off with, I'm going to do it as a mask and a NECA figure, then a mask, and then the main things, which is the Scream stuff. So basically, one of the masks that I found, which I couldn't find in the last video, this is why it's a part 2, was this bad boy, which is Sam from Trick or Treat. And it's signed, you can see his forehead there, signed by Quinn Lord himself, the guy that played Sam. It's all signed. I've got the bracket sticker there, but yeah, look at his old fucking pumpkin head. I'm just making sure that the camera can actually fucking see it. But yeah, it's pretty fucking damn awesome. I love Trick or Treat. It's a very fucking random film, but it's fucking awesome. And this is when he gets his little sack taken off his head, and it reveals his ball sack head. But yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet, that. It's got some foam inside of it as well, so big fucking head. But it's pretty fucking cool. I got to meet Quinn Lord last year, a few months back. I'll post a fucking pic up with him. He was doing a costume thing, but I was like, a bit weird. It didn't. The costume itself didn't look fucking great, so I was like, I'll just go for a photo without. He was a nice enough bloke. I'm just gonna move the camera down. But yeah, I got a couple of bits and bobs signed, and then yeah, at least I can say I've met him. He's pretty fucking cool. But this is the design, which is fucking pretty cool. And then it's back to more of the NECA figure madness. This is a nice shiny little front on this. Just move Sam's bigging out the way, 1 sec. But yeah, this is pretty fucking sweet as well. I'm getting fucking Sam tattooed at some point, definitely, because I've always like, I need a decent fucking pumpkin tattoo. And there he is. As you can see from in this box, it's really shiny man. And it's a load of different fucking heads there. He got his little sack there, the fucking lolly, and the knife that he stabs people with, and then different fucking heads, which is pretty fucking damn awesome. Just move my thing up. But yeah, I was hoping to get this signed actually, but I never did. I went for, got the mask instead, and I've got a print done as well, which I got off, it was during COVID, I think it were, when he was doing these signings, or maybe just when COVID were finishing. So no, I didn't get this one signed. I got a few signed NECA figures, but not this one. So maybe if he comes over again, possibility he'll get this signed, because I think it'll look pretty fucking decent in there. Nice, nice paint pen. Maybe in there, get it signed in a orange or something, or on there. Be nice. Right, and then the whole thing is, let's just Turn it to the side. Yeah, it's shiny as fuck. It's very much a vibe, this box, because red's my favourite colour, but orange is definitely the second colour, and especially with how fucking awesome this looks. This is one of my fucking favourite figures, this. I've always liked this one. But yeah, great fucking film. It's very fucking random. It took me a while to get my head around it, because I'm do that with fucking films, I think, to read too much into them. But yeah, pretty fucking sweet. Random as fuck. Trick or treat. You would have seen this from the fucking intro side, but I've got a few masks, but this is a badass one. Oh, Jason mask. Nice. It's a NECA one as well. I can see the sticker inside of it there. It's fucking heavy. It's got a bit of weight to it. But yeah, I got this one, and I've got the Nintendo version, which is the blue one. And they're the proper NECA ones. And then I have two. One was custom made, and it was just a generic Jason mask, like a plastic one, just painted. And then another one I got at a tattoo convention of all places, which was just hand painted by them, and they were selling it on, so I saw it and liked it, so I thought, fuck it, I'll pick it up. But yeah, pretty cool, these. I think Monster's got a couple of these. I know he likes the Nintendo game version. It's fucking blue as fuck, boy. But yeah, that's a nice fucking quick one. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. I don't know if they do any more masks like the NECA stuff. I've got some different. I think I've got a different version of it, but that's the main one. So right, that's enough for the random ones. We'll go for the main thing. Let me just try and fucking stretch that out a bit. So this video mainly is for Scream. I just want to do the part 2 for the masks, and then this is my Scream stuff. So as I was saying before, managed to find this bad boy. It's my Scream mask, signed by Billy and Dewey, David Arquette, and I'm forgetting his name. I always fucking forget his name. The guy that played Billy Loomis anyway in the first film, which is pretty fucking sweet. I've had this for a little while. Never thought I'd get to meet David Arquette with it, because he was announced quite a bit later in for the Love Horror lineup, and that year I did the Platinum experience, and he was the first guy. I was the first person to meet him that weekend. If I can find the clip, I'll post it now. I'll just overlay it to this, and you can fucking watch it. But yeah, either way, I'll put the photo up with him, because it was David Arquette and Roger Jackson, who does the voice, the phone voice. He was nice as fuck. I'll put the picture when I met them both up here with my generic thumbs up. But yeah, so from that day, that was the mask. So that basically just fucking puts together the part 2 for that, and then I'll just get the other stuff out that I've got. Surprise, surprise, I've got a NECA figure. And this one, you know, just move the camera a little bit, is very sleek. It's very fucking, you know, I was very surprised when I got it, with how nice it actually looks. Some decent detail, and there's 3 different masks, 3 knives. You got the voice changer, a big Duck-off fucking scythe, and some other bits and bobs in there. But yeah, it looks pretty fucking sweet, that. I did want to take this with me to Full of Horror that year, but I already took a bag full of fucking gear with me. And then I just fucking forgot about it, so I never got it signed, but I would have loved to have got it like a fucking red here, or maybe on the plastic there, which will look pretty fucking smart. But yeah, that was Ghostface Madness. I'll just flip it over, you can see on the back with it. But yeah, got Ghostface tattoo. It's part of my cover up on my arm, so if you've not seen it, here's a photo done by Alex, the man, where I go for all my fucking tattoos with, and he always does a killer job. But honestly, the tattoo turned out fucking insane, and it covered up some old shit, so I was so happy to finally get rid. So it's good to have Ghostface as part of the tattoo collection. So yeah, that's the Neko figure. Right, I'll go back to the autograph, shall we? I've just got two more to show you. This was Ascending. This was like, I went for a bit of a thing of when I was doing Ascending things, and it's Neve Campbell. It's you know, it's the main one, the nice gold pen. It's supposed to say 2 gals, but I can't fucking read that. I don't know what that was supposed to say, but yeah. I did ask for a quote on it, but never happened, to be fair, but it still looks pretty fucking awesome. It's good to have a part of the collection. I nearly had the chance to meet her. She did Weekend of Hell the year that I went to meet Bruce Campbell, and she was there that time. And I was going to go and try and meet her, but the fucking queues were insane for her, so I didn't bother. But yeah, some more fucking Scream madness. I got a few little fucking bits together. But my last one was, the next one that I'll show you is a bit dusty. It's been in fucking storage for God knows how long. I'm probably going to butcher his fucking name. But it's a pretty fucking big print as well. This... Oh, let me just try and fucking rig it. There's a story about this fucking pen, but there you go. It is a nice framed fucking print done for Scream there, signed by Matthew Lillard. I think that's his fucking name. But that guy was absolutely fucking awesome. I went to go and meet him in, it was Edinburgh Con. I'll put the photo up I had with him. Looking as happy as always, because that's what I do with the old thumbs up. But yeah, he was an absolute fucking legend. He was out in the crowd fucking dicking about. I think he even got a Nerf gun at one point and shooting these zombies walking past. And he was just fucking high on life. He was really fucking enjoying himself, and he made the experience absolutely fucking awesome. I went up and got this signed. It's just a bit of a shame, really, because the pen's a bit fucking faded there and you can't really see it, but, you know, that's the fucking problem with silver pens, that, you know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And then I got my stuff, I shook his hand and thanked him, and he kind of just got up and fucking bear hugged me. He's like, I'm a big fucking dude, and he was bear hugging me, fucking screaming at me ear, saying not to leave, and he just made it so fucking funny. He was really, he just seemed to enjoy it, and he had such a good fucking laugh. And then the funniest part, he was grabbing hold of me, fucking screaming in my ear hole. Then he noticed there was like a little girl with her dad behind me, and then next minute, so I've got him screaming, fucking don't leave him here. Then next minute he's doing the Shaggy voice from Scooby Doo. Oh, it was so fucking funny. But yeah, great fucking guy, good fucking memory that. Drove up to fucking Edinburgh for 2 autographs and 2 photos, because Elaine from The Exorcist was there as well, so it was nice to meet her as well. But yeah, we went up for the 2 fucking horror guests that they had. I can always put the photo up of that as well, just as a bit of a random side note. But yeah, it's fucking killer stuff, such a good laugh, and it was a drive up there and a drive fucking back. So it was a long day, but it was all fucking worth it. It made the experience fucking awesome, so. But yeah, so that's my Ghostface stuff from Scream. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all back in the shot, right, but I'll give it a fucking go. And then let me just put that there and move it all over. So yeah, you got any Ghostface fans out there? You all enjoying it? There's a new one coming out soon, I think, so which is all fucking good. But yeah, that's pretty much fucking it, meows, for another video. And it's a Ghostface Madness one. Yeah, so like I say, I'll put a photo up of my tattoo and everything like that, and then you can have a fucking look. But this one, Meowed, is done and dusted for another fucking video. So I will catch you on the flip side.